Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. What's going on? If you haven't been here before, my name is Brenda T, and I have my special guest with me, my friend Akela B. Hi, Akela.
Hi, Brenda. Thank you for
Thank-
having me, and hello, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Let me get the comments on.
Mhm.
Hi, Divine Universe. Thanks for being here. You're the first. Good for you. You win the prize. So, we are here to answer your questions today, hopefully. And we're here to answer a lot of different questions, but there's a couple of requests. Please no medical questions, please no political questions, and no third party questions. That would be someone who is not here.
Yeah.
So those are the only rules that we have here. And other than that, we're just here to be comfortable and have a relaxing Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
And there's Kim B.
Hi.
So I'm looking so forward to reading cards with you. And you do intuitive readings also. You're very intuitive and you get intuitive hits about the cards you're looking at, don't you?
Yes, yes. So I just listen to whatever comes in from spirit, and then with the cards, I sometimes I get a hit from the image, or I'll read a passage from the book, or sometimes they just direct me to a line that stands out that the person needs to hear. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, Akila had a live YouTube, her first live YouTube this morning.
Yes, yes. I went live for the first time this morning.
And you did really well.
Thank you, thank you. It was fun. I must say it was fun, and I will say, I have I s- saw that you have been going live as well, Brenda, and you gave me motivation because I've been putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. And
Oh,
then when I saw you doing your live readings and stuff, and I was like, wow, Brenda,
yeah, you can do it.
do it too.
Yeah, it just takes a little getting used to, and boom, you're out there.
Yeah, and this
There's our friend Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine.
one. And I got up this morning and I said, Spirit, I said, you've been pushing me. I'm going to do it. 11:30 is the time. If I'm up earlier, we'll go earlier. And I got over that hurdle. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Um, I forgot what I was going to say. I do that a lot. But yeah, it's hard to step out there and do that for the first time. And I've been on here for a year and 5 months. I don't have any clue when I did my first live. I don't know. But I've changed a lot since I first got on here. If you go back in my channel and look at my first year
Mm,
of videos, um, it's very different from what I ended up doing because what I was going to do when I first started changed over time, changed over the year.
okay.
And so now different things are coming in and just everything's changing. I
Yeah.
changed the setup. I have new scenery. I've got a new camera. I've got a new speaker. Things are changing.
Yeah. And the way you get your messages is beautiful. And I tell people when I read and with others and stuff, or even this morning, we are all different. We get stuff differently. We get different types of stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm just in awe when I watch you channel. And
Oh,
and as we were talking a few minutes ago about your stones, I just love it. The way you communicate with the spirit of the gems, and has encouraged me to try it.
yeah,
So,
you will get something.
yeah.
They're interesting. Boy, was I shocked the first time I heard a message from one of the crystals. That was really shocking. And now I'm able to hear their messages pretty easily. I don't know what happened, but sometime in April, something just snapped, broke free, and that started happening. And I admire how you do your readings. So we're having a admiration society going on.
Right? So the moral of this story is whatever spirit leads you to do, just get out there and do it. Don't compare yourself because we get things different way.
Exactly.
We
We're
all
all in a different spot on the road, a different spot on the path. We
yes.
have different gifts. Things come to us differently. I
Yeah.
got you started, Kim B, by the way. And Jasmine, I don't think I said hello to you. Thanks for being here. So yeah, Akela and I kind of know each other, not in person, but from Zoom meetings because we've been in some meetings together. So
Yes.
we're getting to be friends, and I'm really enjoying it.
Oh,
Yeah, feel free to put in all the questions. Kimby, that's a good statement right there. We are unique.
I
With
guess.
snowflake.
Yes.
Jasmine, I got you started. Thank you for your question. And yeah, put in all the questions you want. I think we'll probably take 8 to 10,
Okay.
something like that. It's kind of hard for me to be on much longer than hour and 15 minutes, but
Sure.
we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
We don't have to be in a hurry though. I don't have to be anywhere.
Yeah, and I don't have to be anywhere right away, so we have some flexibility.
Okay, we'll just be comfy.
Yeah.
Divine says, happy to see you both together in these live streams.
Oh, thank you, Divine Universe.
Oh, and Akila, I wanted to tell everybody that this morning in your live stream that you did,
Hmm.
which on your channel, if you go to her channel and see your live stream from this morning, you told your story.
Yes, I did. Yes.
If anybody wants to hear your whole story, they can go to your channel and
Yeah.
watch that replay.
Yes, yes. And hear how it started. If I had abilities from way back when, all the good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you went into it. It was nice to hear. It's always interesting. We like to hear those things.
Yeah, exactly. When I hear people talk about this, I'm like, wow, and because sometimes you feel like, or you felt like you may have been alone, and because you have no one to talk to about your experiences, but then you watch channels of other people and some folks even in the chat, and you're like, wow, that's amazing.
Right, right. It is so often.
Yeah.
Kim says no readers are alike. Everyone receives messages on their frequency.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Good point.
Mhm.
Divine Universe, I got you starred. Got 3 questions starred so far.
Okay.
So why don't we just go ahead and start with the first question today? I just take questions in order
Okay.
because if I started taking them randomly, I would get so lost. I would not know what was going on. So we'll just start with the questions, and that way maybe we won't extend this out too far. So, see, Divine Universe says, I have taken a step to show more of my abilities, but super nervous.
I was
Yeah,
too.
it makes you nervous, but you just have to do it a few times and it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you know what I noticed? Spirit leads you to the right people who will be open to hearing what it is you have to talk to. Because, like at work, I don't share this with a lot of people, but there's one person who might come in and start talking about dreams. And then for me, that's yes, that's my opportunity. And as they're talking about dreams, I will start to talk about my dreams as well. And then we'll find a connection that opens up a bigger
Uh,
conversation, but
uh,
we've never gotten into I've never gotten into, well, I have psychic abilities or blah blah blah, but I just love having creating a safe space where one or two can talk about things that they've experienced or dreams that they have, and just their intuition and stuff like that. So yeah, I
right,
think
yeah.
it's you to the folks you need to talk to.
Yeah, and this is the place to do it because we're all of like minds. I
Yes.
just want to take a second to cause my phone to show the chat messages.
Okay.
I don't know why it's not. I'm just going to put a little message in here on my other YouTube channel and see if that'll make the chat start showing up for me. I can see the chat, on my computer, but I'd like to see it on my phone too because the lag on the phone isn't as long.
Yeah. Hi, notice that I talked.
Diane G,
Hi, Diane.
thanks for being here. Nice to see you. My touchpad is touchy. I have to argue with it for a little bit before it does what I want it to do.
Listen,
Oh,
this morning I went to touch a comment and it kicked me out of the stage. And I
I saw
like, oh my gosh.
that. You recovered quickly, though.
Oh gosh.
Okay, let's find our first question. And this is from our dear friend Kim B.
Okay.
And she is asking, I would appreciate a reading or messages for the near future. So we haven't made any plans about who's going first, but
Yeah. Whoever
we'll
gets
just start
right.
in. Whoever
Okay.
starts talking first wins.
Okay. Okay. So I haven't pulled a card, but Kim, here's what I heard. I heard the near future is wide. You have endless possibilities. That's what I heard. So what I'm taking from that is what do you can do what you want to do. What makes you happy within the near future? Is that changing jobs? Is that buying a car? Um, is that investing? What is it? I think because the near future is so wide, they're saying that there's endless possibilities and you need to choose. But let me see what I get from the cards for you, but that's what I heard. And I'm gonna pull a card, Brenda.
Okay, I'll just wait.
Okay. Interesting, right? And I said this on another live. It always intrigues me when there is like four cards stuck together here. I don't know if you can see. They're literally stuck together. And the card spirit has for you, Kimby, is creation. And that's Bridget. What do you want to create? And I think that's why they were saying that the future is so big, the near future, what there's endless possibilities. So what do you want? And I'm just going to see real quick what if there's anything else in the message, because this is another new deck I got yesterday. Creation is your birthright. All of us create. We don't have to be artists. The more we create, the better we get at it. Trust your intuition and master your craft in joy. Be the inspiration and inspire others. Do not apologize for your creative spirit. Regulate your emotions through creative endeavors. And I see you can go, Brenda, if you want.
Okay, thank you. That was beautiful. Hi, Janitra. Thanks for being here. Janitra is my beautiful granddaughter.
Oh, hi.
I forgot to light this candle. I was going to light this candle at first, and I slipped my mind. So I light this candle in honor of all of you who are present here today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And a shaft of light comes down from above and swirls all around me and stabs into the bedrock beneath me and grounds me like a mountain. My heart space expands far out from my body in a giant sphere filled with love, and we slip into a deep and strong connection with those of love and light. As our guardian angel has our back and Master Jesus by our side. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I meant to do that first.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay. So let me check that I haven't missed any more questions before I go. And I don't think I have.
Yeah.
Kim says very few people are like us. I don't discuss it unless the person is receptive.
Mhm.
Right. And Kim said, Amen. Okay, dear ones of love and light. Hello, Primal. Let me see if I can read that. Primordial angst.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining us here. I've got you starred. Okay. Kim B, dear ones of love and light, my dear guides and angels, what messages do you have for Kim B today? For her near future, for Kim B's near future. I'm hearing my guides' songs. They have songs they introduce themselves with. We're here, and we want to say that you are blessed. And we are adding to your blessings right now, showering you with blessings. We want you to know. Messages for her near future. Messages for her near future. Your future is excellent. It is bright and shiny. You are doing a good job. Stay on the path that you are on. You are going in the right direction. You have much help. Many are with you. Sometimes carrying you, sometimes by your side, but you are never alone. We want you to know that. Thank you.
Oh.
I made some cards that I'm going to break out today.
Oh.
They're just kind of funny. I'm calling them they're the unsolicited advice deck because they seem to all be advice. So I'm going to pull one of these cards for you, Kim B. This is just for fun. This is some stuff I wrote down on these cards, blank cards, and we'll just see what happens, and we can just laugh about them. Ah, nourish, nourish, nourish.
Mm-hmm.
Nourish your body, nourish your soul. Eat that good food. Watch out for that fast food. I am learning to watch out for fast food. I've been guilty of indulging.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
So nourish, nourish, nourish. That's the card you got. Kim, thank you for being here and thank you for your question. And let's go up and find the next. I'm trying to figure out how to say your name. Raktan? I'm not sure how to say your name, but hello. Thanks
Hi.
for being here. I got your question starred. Thank you so much for joining us. Kim said I indulged in a lot of seafood.
Yeah.
And Annie Bear is here. Thanks for being here, Annie.
Hi, Annie.
Thank you so much.
And Kim said the future is so bright, she got to wear a lot of shades. So, yeah.
Right. Okay. And Jasmine is our next questioner. Thanks for being here, Jasmine. Thanks for your question. What are my current emotions with my energy field? Has it changed? Is that the right question? Has your energy field changed? Am I reading that right? Thanks for being here, Jasmine.
Yeah. Can you clarify a little bit on that question, Jasmine? What are my current emotions with my energy field? Has it changed?
Yeah, we'd like to understand that question a little better.
Yeah.
Are we getting it right?
With my energy field.
Yes, she said yes.
Yes. Okay.
Sometimes that pops up suddenly and I don't see it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Jasmine, for that. She says, has my energy as a person changed?
Okay. Let's see what. Hmm. Jasmine, with your question, I was still feeling confusion, but not confusion with the question itself. It's just an internal conflict within you that I couldn't get past. Um, and I wasn't getting anything from my team, so I shuffled and I got Raw, and Raw says order, right? Order. So I want to see what that means because I feel it's like you have some inner work that you need to, because even right now my chest feels heavy. Like you need to go within. I'm trying to find the right way to say this. So maybe I need to read the what's in the book. You need to go within to heal. There's something there that needs healing. Um, it says, Ross says, personal discipline assists us to be freer with our time. Creativity and good order work together. Power up, power up, and be fully alive. Remove yourself from chaotic situations and people. And that's what I was feeling. There's a lot of conflict. So you need to you need to bring order into your space, your life. Are you setting boundaries? Um, for the folks that are around you that are causing you to feel this way. And maybe that's why you're having the conflict with your emotions and your energy field. Maybe you need to step away for a second, step away and re re-energize yourself. So then you have a clearer perspective of what you need to do for you. But you need to bring order to your life, yourself, because that external conflict is creating conflict inside, which is affecting your emotions and your energy field. And I hope that helps, Jasmine. Okay. And that's what I have, Brenda.
Thank you so much, Akela. That was beautiful. Thank you. Really helpful advice. So I pulled two cards for you. I got Come to the Edge. So this lady is really uh, taking things to the very edge. She's kind of in danger but falling off, but she looks like a very graceful dancer, so I think she's got it under control. So this looks like a really high energy person to me. So maybe your energy has increased quite a bit. Do you feel that? And let's see what else we can see in that picture. Well, she looks like she's celebrating to me, dancing and celebrating right on the edge. She is capable and balanced. So, this new energy that you have, you're going to really enjoy. You're going to be celebrating it. And I also got from one of my unsolicited advice deck is you be you. You be your real self. Be open to not try to hide anything that is uh, what is coming from your heart. Go ahead and let it out, and you be you. And you don't have to follow the crowd. You can stand out just the way you are and
Yeah.
feel safe.
And
So let me
I'm
go
s-
ahead.
I'm sorry, Brenda, because as I was shuffling the deck again, synergy flew out, and synergy ties in as well to the message that I gave, and what Brenda you said. And synergy says, bring all your ingenuity to an issue to solve it. It may take a team to complete a task. It may take some time to heal completely. Don't rush, slow and steady. Seek places where you feel protected and nurtured. Create your own sanctuary. And again, by doing so, in addition to what Brenda said, you're finding ways, and working on the boundaries is a good thing because I saw you're working on your boundaries, but that'll help with the inner conflict. When you're setting boundaries, people will eventually start to fall by the wayside, which will then help create a balance in your life, hopefully. And that conflict, which eventually your emotions and your energy should kind of be on the same page. But as the card says, slow and steady, don't rush it. Do
Yeah,
this.
thanks for that, Akela. You have the best advice.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you so
you.
much.
So do you.
And there's Nicole. What a lovely day. Thanks for being here, Nicole. Nice to see you here. So let me see if I receive a message. It seems like my guides' voices are a little quiet today, but let me see if I can get quiet. And Annie says, when I honor my boundaries, others follow. Very good. Nicole, I got you. Oh, you don't have a question. Yeah, the questions are open. Go ahead. So I'm asking for a message from my guides and angels for you, Jasmine. I think that this is going to be the day that my guides don't want to talk.
Because you did such a good job with the card reading. So they're like, you got it. You told her what she needed. Or they,
Hey,
I should say.
Jasmine, thank you so much for being here. Nicole, I got you starred. And let me go back and make sure I haven't missed anything. And let's go back to the starred questions. So, okay. Divine Universe, well, wait, let me see. Yeah. Divine Universe, you're next. And after that, Primordial Angst, and then Red Han.
Right. Ragton.
Red Han.
Yeah.
Red Han. Okay. That sounds kind of like a dinosaur.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Okay. Divine Universe. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Any message for me from my highest good? Highest, from my highest, from my God's universe. Any messages to me for my highest good from my guides or from the universe, please, and thank you. Thank you for your question.
Divine Universe. And I think I may have read for you before. And I got almost the same message again, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you got the illumination card, right? And there you have this gentleman, this being coming in on two beautiful white horses. Actually, there's more than two, there's four horses. And the being is called Suraya Dev. Interesting. Let me see. But it says illumination, and look at that light around Suraya.
Oh, yeah.
I think the message for you is to continue to illuminate, shine your light wherever you go. It says, and here's what the card says: seek knowledge. Education is never wasted. Take your time to gather wisdom. Ensure you have the whole story before acting. A half truth is still a lie. Inter- Interesting. It says the what is this? What is the word I want to say? The message you can say to yourself: I see clearly and know the actions to take. I see clearly and know the actions to take. But for some reason, as I'm looking at this card and the message that it says, Divine Universe, what's standing out to me is the strength of the horse, the illumination behind Soraya Dev's head. It's like, go out there and shine. Share is what I'm hearing. Share what you have with others. And it mentioned that a half truth is still a lie. But what I get from that is, when you tell the story, tell the whole story, right? And meaning when you share who you are with others, whatever the scenario maybe that you're sharing, give the whole story. Because sometimes you give piece of the, not you, I'm just saying, you give piece of the story and you leave folks kind of like still wondering, or they're assuming or thinking that it's not the truth, it's not right. Oh, who are you to say this? So go out there and shed your light. I'm still getting from this card, not the message in the book, but it's just illuminate, share your light with everyone that you encounter. And Suraya Dev in this card, he is charging forward on this horse. He is courageous on this horse. He is not like holding back. So that's what I get from that. Don't hold back. Use this image of the strength of the horse, the power of the horse. Horses are so magnificent. They're beautiful. They are, to me, they're regal. But yeah, that's what I have for you. Illuminate who you are with the world or anybody that you encounter. And that's
Oh, beautiful, Akela. Thank you so much. Love that. Um, Divine Universe, I got the Yang card for you. And this is a powerful card too. See all that light? And this is about masculine energy, the Yang masculine energy that's creativity and powerful. And it's a good time for you to start something new, to be creative. There's a lot of energy behind it right now, and a lot of love and light behind it. This card signifies new life, and it's a sure sign that if there's been obstacles in your way, that they're gone now, and it's just ready for you to take off, and you can shape your destiny at this time. And then I also pulled one of my silly new cards for you, and you got jump in. So that goes along with that idea. You can jump in and you can get started on what it is that you're wanting to do right now in your life. So thanks a lot for being here. Thanks for bringing your question. And our next question is, Divine said she had a card pop up in front of her that says, the answer you need is coming. And she says, I'm trying to. That's the step I started to take, not only in personal life, trying to show others as well. Beautiful. Yeah, thanks for being here. So our next question is primordial angst, and then Radcon is after that. Are you still here, Primordial?
Ooh.
You're welcome, Diane. I mean, Divine. I thought it said Diane. Divine. Oh, Annie's got to get back to work.
Whedon. Oh.
Throw some of those pretzels over here. I like pretzels.
Right. Okay.
Primordial is here.
Yes.
They say honored. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, would you please intuit for me lessons and guidance for the meaning of the last few weeks that I've had to go through?
Okay.
It sounds like it wasn't fun. I send angels sending you love and light, dear Primordial.
What is the lessons? Not sure what you had to go through, but I heard be brave. primordial angst. So I'm trying to see what else I can get. I heard speak up. Okay. Hmm. Okay, interesting card. Trying to see. One of the card I pulled, it says, because I was guided toward this deck. And I got love of animals is one of the lessons and guidance that you've, well, it says love and love of animals, right? Which is nature. But the book says our animals teach us devotion. Hmm. Let me see what I can get, what else I can get from this card. Does this have to do with a job, this situation, primordial angst? Because I'm getting that while you may be loyal or devoted, as this book says, to others, but they're not as devoted or loyal to you. So you have to learn discernment. You have to learn how to, I mean, I guess you have to learn discernment. Separate, that's what one of the lessons that they are trying to teach you. Or one of the lessons that you were supposed to learn. I want to pull from another deck, but if you get anything, Brenda, please feel free to go ahead.
Well, I did hear my guide say, you are only a few steps away from where it is you are wanting to go. And I pulled the Truth Be Told card.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the wise owl. And you got an owl too?
Owl as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's about truth and wisdom, right? That's what owls are about, bringing messages. And the owl is saying that it's not time to argue about which truth is truer. It's time to proclaim your truth. Say your truth. What is your truth? Bring your truth out loud to people you're trying to communicate with in an honest way and open communication. There's layers in this situation that have to be peeled back, and more truth will be revealed. So just be authentic, and Spirit will bring you answers.
So it's also teaching you resilience. To be resilient.
Did you see the angst on that face on that card?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, right? So let me see what exactly the message. And this person, it looks like if they are struggling to come out of water. Okay. Every life has difficulties. So developing resilience is useful. Keep your eyes on your goal, but be flexible around the how. Making mistakes is simply information gathering. Facing obstacles is natural. Kind of same message across all the cards. But again, in every situation, use discernment, primordial angst. Okay. And I hope that helps.
I'm going to pull one of my new silly cards for you. Um, it sounds like there's nothing silly about your situation. I'm sorry, but these cards are, we'll see what we get. So far, they've been pretty interesting. So, oh, you got the card that says go a little further. Go a little further, dig into it a little deeper, see what else you can find out about the situation, or take the next step. What does this card say to you about your situation? Go a little further.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, Primordial. We appreciate you, and thanks for putting in a question.
Yeah.
And our dear friend Paul Freed has come in to say hi. And let's see, I think you have a question.
Yes, he does.
I got you started, Paul. So let's go back up to our questions. And Rakton is next, and then Janitra. And after Janitra is Nicole. And we're asking about a job.
Ooh,
Will I get a job soon, please?
okay.
We'll see what we can find out.
Let's see. I'm gonna use my pendulum for this one. Okay, red gone. Okay, red gone. Find a job by the end of June 2025. Red ragged on. Find a job end of June 2025. Okay, so I went straight in Ragdhan and I asked, would you find a job by by the end of June 2025? And I got a yes. So I'm going to try to narrow it down to days and see. But again, just remember that you also have to put in the work. You have to send out resumes, you know, um, contact companies. There are things that you have to do as well if you haven't already.
He says, my mom and dad are sick and I need money for treatment.
Oh, okay. Wow. I'm getting a yes for by June 15th of 2025. Now, the question is it the job that you desire? Is it the job that's going to make you happy? Right now, you have a situation, and I guess you feel like you have to, you know, take whatever comes your way. Just be mindful that sometimes not everything that glitters is gold. So, yes, you may find a job, but don't it's hard for me to say this because I'm not in your situation, but just don't settle, just because. I would say see if there are other things in the area, the community that you live in that can help you with care for your parents as opposed to just jumping at whatever opportunity and then you're miserable, you know. So then you're miserable at work, and then you're dealing with the stresses of having to care for your parents, you know. So just sending you love and, positive energy that the job that you do get is a job that's going to ease some of your stresses and not create more for you. And that's the other thing, that you can say when you're putting out these applications to these jobs. You want one that's not going to add to the stresses that you already have. Because dealing with ill parents could be stressful, and you don't need anything added on top of that. But it seems like, yes, you will hear from someone at least by the end of June. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So, I really want to ask Spirit to bring in a message for you. So I'm just going to have to sit here quietly for a little bit, but I want to say hi to Carl Hees. Carl's come in to see us today and brought a question, and he's happy to see you here, Akela.
Hi, hi, hi.
So I really want my guides and angels to bring a message for you today. So let me listen. They're very quiet today. They've just been letting me read cards today instead of talking. I hear their song telling me that they're present. Yes, we're here. And we would like to tell you to have no fear, to have charge over that, to not let fear take over. It doesn't help the situation, as I'm sure you know. You are strong and you will handle this. There is something in the works for you. That's what I just heard. They said there is something in the works for you. But they're not saying how soon. But something is being worked on for you. And so let's see what kind of card let's go ahead and ask I don't think these cards will be good for this yes or no question. So let's just go to my new unsolicited advice cards. Natalie will be right back. She has some food, has to make some food.
Okay. Send us some.
Yeah. Radcon said he works as did I see that? Software engineer, I believe. I may change jobs. I just need a starting job.
Okay.
But I must get some kickstart job. Yeah, I understand that. Sorry about that situation you're in. There's Ness. Hi, Ness. Thanks for being here. Ness will take one more question. I'll take your question and then we'll close them. That will be 10. So let's see which one of these unsolicited advice cards you get. I shouldn't give him that name because I can't say the word.
So it wants you to change the
name. You got the card. You are worthy. Remember that. You are worthy. You are worthy of everything it is you're looking for. You are worthy to get a break that you need here with this job hunt. You are worthy. Always remember that. Thank you. I'm liking my unsolicited advice cards. Carl, I got you starred. And I'm fighting with my touchpad. Ness, I got you starred. And now we will put up the banner that says the questions are closed. And if someone also wants to type that in the chat, that'd be fine. And Janitra is next. And after Janitra, we have Nicole. After Nicole, Paul. After Paul is Jasmine, and then Carl Hees. So we have a little ways to go.
Okay. Let's see.
We actually have 11 questions now, so that will be it.
That's fine.
Well, appeared a pretty decent time. That's doable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is my lovely granddaughter.
So,
Janitra, are you still here?
okay.
Getting off antidepressants I've relied on for years and medication for ADHD. So experiencing lots of chemical changes in the brain and going through a lot of emotions and just needing spirit. Thanks, Diane G. You're welcome, Carl. You're welcome, Redcon.
Let's see. What message do we have with Janitra? What message do we have with Janitra? What does this mean? Embracing the new. Okay. So I can go because I wasn't getting a message. So I pulled cards and I got first I felt like I was being hugged, which let me know that they're right there and they are embracing you. Oh wow, interesting. Because when I said hug, I wanted to say hug you, and then I heard embracing you. And wait, guess what the card says? The card that I pulled for you says embracing the new.
Oh,
And I said I felt like I was being hugged and they are embracing you. But if you look at
oh,
it, you have this beautiful being riding this uh, that's a goat riding, and she's just an awe. You know, she is not letting anything um distract her from her with, and this card was at the bottom of the deck, Mitra. She's not letting anything distract her happiness.
mm,
So find this is new to you, right? Because you are shifting medications or whatever. So what's we're in tangent with spirit? Ask them what can what what can you do? Ask them for guidance. And what they take me back to is, and I told the story a while ago. I don't I had I guess when I was going through my path in the beginning, all of a sudden I just started having these weird, it's like my body was sending, trying to evacuate whatever was in my body, and it was sending these weird marks all over my spot. And I went to the doctor and I was literally in tears because it was on my hands, places that people can see, and I didn't want to be judged. And I went to the doctor, and but before I went to the doctor, I asked Spirit, I said, "What is this?" I said, "Well, the doctors find out what it was," and I heard no. And then I asked someone else who's spiritual as well, and they said to me, they said, "Akela, the doctors will know because it's not a health issue; it's a spiritual transformation that's happening with you." But it was the discomfort was unbearable, so I went to the ER, and of course they ran all sorts of tests, only to come back and tell me, "We don't know what it is.
Uh,
Everything's negative," right? So since I got that, I settled my mind and I asked Spirit. I said, "What can I do?" Because the lesions is what it was creating. They were very uncomfortable, and it brought me to tears. So one night I went to sleep and I said, "I don't know what to do. I need help." And in my dreams, I heard someone yell out, "Calendula." It was
oh,
like, "Calendula." And it stuck in my brain because I was within that phase of sleep and wake. And I said, "I need to remember that. I need to remember that." Brenda, no lie. And I'm getting chills.
yeah,
I got
me
up
too.
the next morning and I ran to the herbal store and
Uh,
bought calendula and came home and I steeped it to make a tea. And I drank the tea. I think it was 2 nights. And once I started drinking the tea, they started to dry up. So they're telling me to tell you
wow.
that story, Janitra, because just like I was able to hear what I can do, your guides, your team, they are also able to tell you things that you can do to help shift the changes that are going on. And maybe the change isn't bad. You may think it's chemical changes because of the medications, but it could be because of your spiritual development, right? If you're on this part right now, but talk to your team and tell it they already know what you're going through, but you need to ask them for the help. What can I do to help me with these? And I feel like like I want to go like this imbalance. So I'll just use the word imbalance. What can they guide you with to help you with the imbalances that you're having as your body goes through these transformational changes? And I feel like just as they were able to help me, you'll hear it. Whatever you hear, try it, and I feel like that'll bring you some sort of relief. But they
Oh,
are there with you. Yes.
Akela, thank you so much for that. That was wonderful. And what a cool story to have
Mm-hmm.
somebody scream that out. And you know what's really interesting that you don't know, and I'm not positive that Janitra might have stepped away for a little bit because I'm not certain she's here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Janitra, if you're listening, let us know. But if not, she'll watch the replay later. But
Yeah.
what you don't know is she is into that. She is like a little medicine woman.
Yes.
She's growing things in her backyard that she picks and makes teas and dries in the dehydrated
Yes.
and
Yes.
makes potions and all that. And I think she's growing some of that word that you said. I can't think of it now.
Calendula. Calendula.
Calendula. I think she's growing some of that in her garden.
Yeah. And I haven't told that story in a while. So they're bringing it back to the forefront because there's something you might be doing, you might be growing or, dehydrating that can help. Maybe it's a mixture, but ask them before you go to bed to help guide you into what it is you need to try.
Absolutely wonderful advice. Yeah, we should all do that. Ask
Mhm.
your guides and angels. And I'm just going to show you this card that I got, which it says take one step at a time.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good advice right there, isn't it? Just take one step at a time as you're going through this situation. And thank you so much for your question. And Akela, I just love your readings.
Oh,
Just a lot.
thank
I'm so glad you're here, and everybody is. So Nicole is next on our question list, and then after that, it's Paul Freed.
you. Okay.
So Nicole is asking, she would love a message from Spirit, please. I feel very connected.
Mm,
All
okay.
right.
What a lovely day. Hmm. What a lovely day 90. Do you listen to your guides? Because I feel like they're saying that what I heard in the beginning was, well, what are you waiting for? When I repeated very connected, I heard, what are you waiting for? And then I heard, okay, okay, let's see. Nicole, do you have a guide who plays pranks, Nicole? Because the reason why I asked that is because when I said, well, she says she listens to you, and the guide was like kind of like, well, she doesn't listen. And I was like, no, she's saying she listens. And then when I went back in, I heard, oh, we were just playing. So I'm going to get a card because I know I have strong potential. Okay. Okay, so Nicole said she's building up the trust in her. Okay, okay, okay. That's what it is. What is the message for Nicole? Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna shuffle these cards one more time just to make sure. Okay, nope. I just read her comment. I'm not shuffling the cards anymore because the message is for you, Nicole. So the card I got for you, it says mental health, right? And there you have a lady walking with an elk, and the elk is pulling a carriage behind him, but they're in the snow. And it says, place emphasis on your own mental health. Establishing boundaries is part of protecting your mental and physical health. Things may not be as you think. Take your time to observe the situation, seek balance. And at first I was gonna reshuffle um the the cards, and my eyes jumped to the comment section, and I saw your comment about where is it? You said your prayers are very strong, especially for other people. It is
Mhm.
your focus is on other people. What about you? What about the prayers for you? And it's always we always have to remember that our cup is full. We cannot give from an empty cup because then we're drained, right? So take care. I know it says mental health, but this could be your physical health, it could be your mental health, it's your boundaries, your auric health. You know, take care of you and then take care of others. It may seem that you're being selfish, but you're not being selfish. You have to take care of yourself first. And that's what I have for you, Nicole.
Thanks for that. Yeah, I just love your readings. I love your intuitiveness that you have. What a gift. I just think you're so gifted. And Nicole, this is the card I got for you, the land of milk and honey. And this is a wonderful time in your life. You are being nourished in so many different ways. Your guides and angels are filling you with this nourishment. They're offering it to you, and they're hoping that you will take it. And let me see what the book says a little bit about it. This is something that everybody wants to experience. It's a comfortable interlude for you right now where you can just soak this up and take it in. It says, wearing the world like a loose garment. You're not wanting anything, but you're able to be nourished and taking in abundance, and all of your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. That card says that's what it's about. And let's see what kind of unsolicited advice we can give. Oh, we got another. You are worthy. We got
Yeah.
that earlier for someone. You are worthy. You are so worthy. You are a loved child of God, and nothing can ever hurt you. You are so safe, and you are so worthy. Thanks for being here, Nicole, and thanks for your question. And I saw all of your interesting comments. You said you saw Buddha for a brief moment. And you've had a lot of visions, haven't you, Nicole? I've seen some of your comments. And Diane has put your channel up there. Thank you, Diane. Subscribe to Akela, please. Isn't she wonderful? And Nicole says, beautiful, thank you. And so let's go to our next question is Paul Freed. And after that is Jasmine, and after that is Carl. Hello, Brenda and Akela. Would you guys know if my ex-girlfriend has my class right today? Class is doesn't quite make sense.
Yeah.
Class ring? Class. Would you guys know if my ex-girlfriend has my class from 1984? Thank you. From Wildwood, New Jersey. A lot of people here today. Wow, yeah, it's nice. So, are you saying class ring from 1984?
He said yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let me ask.
My brother accidentally had his ex-girlfriend's class ring from
Mm.
67, and he had it until like 1993. And it was found in my mom's jewelry box one day, and he went and found her brother and gave it to her brother.
Oh,
So
nice.
he was hoping she would get it back. But he didn't think his wife would like it if he went and found his ex-girlfriend to give her ring back to her. So he found her brother. Ex-girlfriend, does she have my class ring? I think I'm going to need the tarot cards.
Let me ask my pendulum.
Paul says we were engaged at the time.
Oh,
And Carl subscribed to Akela.
thank you, Paul. Okay. Well, so the card I pulled, it says ask for help from others. And that wasn't clear to me. So I went to my pendulum, and the pendulum said, no, I got a no, that she doesn't have it.
Okay.
So, oh, you gave it to her. I gave it to her. Ew.
Oh, I remember back in the day, boy, that was a big deal when you got someone's class ring. I just remembered another class ring story. My the guy that I eventually married, we had traded class rings, and uh, he was down at the creek. We live in Missouri. He was down at the creek with some boys. They were having some beer down there by the creek, and this guy lit a cigarette by his car and caught his car on fire.
Oh
The
my.
car burned, and my ring was in the fire, and it was ruined. And he eventually did purchase a new one for me, though.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to pull tarot cards on this and see if I get a yes or no from the tarot cards.
Yeah. Now that I have more information, like you were engaged and you gave it to her, let's see what the cards say, Paul. I got unlikely. Hmm.
I just heard no.
Yeah.
I just heard no, Paul. So that's what we got. And so thank you very much for your question. Brought up a lot of interesting memories for me. And Jasmine is up next. What chaotic situation must I heal from or let go of? And then Carl Heese is next, and then Ness, you're last.
Okay.
What chaotic situation must I heal from or let go of?
You know what? I'll pull from this moon.
Well, let's see what my guides want to say. Jasmine, a situation. If there are any situations where hard feelings were involved, resentment, uh, bad feelings, ill will, that is a situation that you definitely need to let go of. And let me see if I can get something else from them. Message for Jasmine. What do you want to say to Jasmine? My nose is tingling. I don't know what kind of energy that is. It's making my nose tingle real bad and right on the end. What would you like to say, Jane? We would like to say to Jasmine that you can let this situation go now that it's time, and that you know what we're talking about. Oh, my nose is tingling. Oh, I hope it's not growing.
No, it's not.
Well, that's what I got from them, Jasmine. My guides are really quiet today, and I apologize. But
And and for Jasmine, I noticed that as I was asking, my throat all of a sudden and my high heart area started to feel like if like something was choking me. So I would say speaking your truth. There's something you're not speaking your truth about that's creating that chaos. And it doesn't, and the other thing I heard was it doesn't necessarily have to be um this particular lifetime, right? It could be something that you brought in with you that you are not releasing. But there's something with speaking your truth. It could be your truth to yourself. You know, sometimes we have situation with friends and we kind of like sweep things under the rug and then we're no longer friends with that person. But it from time to time, the situation will pop up and I pulled a card again and I got the void, right? And you see, there's a lady laying there on the ground under the moon, and it's a dark moon. And it says, your time to rest and reset is here. Release all that does not serve you. Stop resisting. The void is a time of possibility, not just darkness. There is nothing to fear in letting go of negative patterns and habits. So let go of the old. And what I would suggest is communicating with your guides, asking them before you go to bed to show you or help you let go of whatever it is that's no longer serving your highest good. Because they're not telling me and that they're not telling Brenda the situation. That's for you to find. But we're just giving you, you know, what they're telling us. It's something with speaking your truth. But it is the time has come for you to let go of whatever this is.
thanks, Akela. And I pulled the unsolicited advice card that says, silence is golden. And what
Mm.
does this mean to you, Jasmine? Silence is golden. It can mean that maybe it's time to not jump right in there too fast to try to fix things, but to hang back a little bit and think before you speak. What does silence is golden mean to you about this situation? And thanks for being here today, Jasmine. And Carl is next. Let me check the chat a little bit to see what else. Kim is leaving. Bye bye.
Hi, Kim.
Paul said we did not get married at the time, but she did years later and had 7 kids.
Wow.
Wow. That situation changed a lot, didn't it, over the years? And I think Carl had something else to say about this question later in the chat. I'm not sure if I can find it back. A failed business deal put me in a precarious situation with my landlord. Will I be able to pay what I promised and keep this place? Will a new deal or funds come that will save me and pay my bills before the deadline? Well, Carl, a serious situation, a serious question. Ness, you are next. You are the last one. Leah is listening in. Hi, Leah. Leah says she's gardening and she just found a large cocoon. Oh,
Nice. Okay. A failed business deal put me in a precarious situation with my landlord. Will I be able to pay what I promised and keep this place?
Carl also asked later, uh, can you hear from any of my guides who'd like to whack me in the head so I can get the message, what they want me to know and do?
Okay.
Leah, I'm so sorry. Our questions are closed. So we just got one more to go, and then we'll be on our way for the rest of the weekend. Thanks for being here, though. Thank you, Diane.
Carl, my pendulum is spinning, so it's unsure of your the first part of your question. What I will say is this, or what I'm being guided to tell you is, have you had a conversation with your landlord? You know, one deal fell through, but I don't know your landlord. But having an open communication with them before waiting for the last minute, you know, could give you a little bit of leeway, as opposed to, because let's say if you had promised to maybe pay them next end of this month and you're waiting and you haven't had a conversation with them, they're going to be upset, right? Because they're looking for the funds or whatever you agreed. But if you found out and you have given them advance notice saying, hey, here's what's going on, I'm working on, I'm trying to, yes, was someone at the city council, okay, so you did, okay. um Well, a new deal, I'm going to try will a new deal funds come that will save me on paying bills before the deadline? Can you okay, I was just about to ask, when is the end of the deadline? When is the deadline? Okay. Bye, Paul. End
Bye,
of June.
Paul.
Okay.
Our friend Ness that is in the chat is an astrologer, and you can get together with her to ask for your astrology chart. Ness, feel free to put your information in the comment if you'd like to.
Can you tell me about Carl's business deals? Beginnings. Beginnings, truth, and passion. If you get something, Brenda, you can go ahead.
Okay. I did pull 3 tarot cards for you, Carl, and they are all yes cards. So that makes me feel good about it for you. You got the 9 of Cups. Cups are about emotions, and these are some bunch of good vibes going on right there. That's a big yes card. And then you got the Lover's card. This is an agreement and harmony. That's a big yes card. And you also did get the Queen of Swords. Swords are about thoughts. The Queen of Swords is a mature feminine energy, and she's nourishing and thoughtful, and she listens to the advice of others, and that's why her hand is held out like that. So you might want to listen to the advice of others, like the Queen of Swords does, but you did get 3 good cards on that, so that was a yes from those cards. And then I'm going to pull the unsolicited advice card for you. Let's see what kind of remarks it has. And you got to take a chill pill. I try not to get too stressed out, but it does sound like a stressful situation. I'm sorry.
Take a chill pill, Carl. And what's interesting, 3 cards flew out my deck. Okay, and this one fell. So we have beginnings, Carl. And there we have Aurora. And beginning says, begin and begin again. Find joy in fresh starts. Watch the dawn. Consider how many dawns we see in life. It's a finite number. So understand time is a precious resource. So, yes, I feel like you will get a new deal because they keep saying this one failed, but they said begin and begin again. Then you had the truth card, right? And that's Aya. We have Aya and the truth. And it says honesty and transparency are necessary for success. Choose the ethical pathway. Seek justice in the situation you inquire about, but understand truth and justice may not be the same thing. Okay. And that's why I asked you earlier if you had the conversation and you said yes. So even in these new deals, we have Aya here, take off the mask. So while it may not be you with the mask, be sure that whomever you are going into these new deals with, it's not something that's going to fall through again, because it's taking a toll on you and it's playing around with, where you're going to have to lay your head at night. So make sure that you ask the right questions so that you get truthful and not somebody who's trying to BS you around. And then the last card I jumped out is passion. And this is Beltane. And yes, there's a man and a woman in here, but I don't think it's not about like a male female relationship. It says show your wildness, develop deep passions and enjoy them, release stagnation, take a creative risk, choose something to focus on to grow. Now it talks about a business, a long held interest, a project, or yourself. And so maybe I'm not sure what you do business wise, but maybe see if you can broaden your horizons. See if there's others. This is what you enjoy. This is your passion, whatever it is you do, right? But maybe find and find others who may be passionate about it as well, and then you create and build relationships with them so that things aren't failing and falling through and have you in this unbalanced scale of things. But yeah, that's it. There's a new one that's coming. Be sure that you are truthful and they are truthful. Use discernment, ask the right questions, and find others who are as passionate about it as you are. So then you are not being told little lies or partial truths. Yeah. And that's
So
what.
Paul says, sorry to interrupt.
No,
So, okay, Carl says, my partner wasn't honest, and that's why it's failed. And we're so sorry that you are going through that. And then Ness had the comment about Ness, our astrologer, says that 6 planets change signs in 2025: Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, and Jupiter. So there's a lot of change going on. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for that. And then Ness has our last question of the afternoon. How will Thidden react to my writing project, and what will the outcome be for her?
Okay. How will.
Thanks for being here, Ness. My dog is getting antsy.
Wow, it's 6:31. That's why.
She's starting to make noises and looking at me funny.
Oh. This is right.
Yeah, my guides are just being quiet today.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
knew this would happen sometime. Well, today's the day.
Because you know what? They're like, we're going to make you all use the cards.
Yeah, they did.
It's okay.
Out on a limb.
Grace. Okay, what does this mean? 37. So the first part of your question, Ness, you asked, how will Thiddenon react to your writing project? And I got with grace, right? And it says for you, it says, lighten up, see the positive of what is ahead of you. Set new intentions. Start afresh. You are heading into a period of growth. Stop ruminating on mistakes or things that haven't gone well in the past. Look forward and make new plans. So stop focusing on um will they like it? Will they not like it? That kind of energy, because that's not the energy you want to put out into this book, right? Or put out into the people who may be reviewing your book. You want to, so that's why I think they're telling you to start afresh, set new intentions. I am writing this book, or I have wrote this book, and now it's going into the second phase, and all will be well. Even if changes need to be made, it's changes that's going to make it better. So she is going, I'm saying she, they, Theta Nun, is going to accept it with grace. And now I have to go back and ask the second part of your question, what will the outcome be for her? So I'm thinking her is Theta Nun. I'm thinking. So I'm going to ask, what will the outcome be for her? And please feel free, Brenda, if you want to jump in.
Okay. Ness, I pulled three cards for your first question. How will they react to your writing project? And you did get the Empress. Uh, it will be nourishing, and um, they think it's very creative. They think that you are very fertile in your writing abilities. And you got the King of Swords. Swords are about thoughts. So it's strong, mature energy. So they feel like it is very strong work and it's very straightforward and true. And then you got the Hermit. So I think this is shining a light on some things that were in the dark. So those are all good things for your writing project.
Mhm. Are you done, Brenda?
Well, I can answer the second question. I guess I'll go on with that.
Okay.
So, what will the outcome be for her? Well, this is the Four of Cups, and this is her being satisfied with what there is, and that she won't need anything else. Might be doing some studying about it and thinking about it. And this is another pause, the Hanged Man, just taking a pause and not getting in a hurry about anything. And then the Page of Cups is surprising. So the outcome for her might have a surprise in it. That's what I got, Yes.
Okay. Got Hangman for her too. Oh, Ness said she pulled Four Cups as well as Hanged Man for her too.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. So from my deck, Ness, I got so what will the outcome be for her? It's going to be an accomplishment. Okay. And there you have the solar maximum moon. And it says, enjoy your accomplishments. When we reach our goals, we have evidence of our power. Self trust is maximized. We show our consistency to ourselves and others. We realize promises we make to ourselves, and we realize promises we make to ourselves. So, this writing a book is a huge accomplishment. You know, even if you don't get the um some people write a book and they're like they want everybody to love it, right? That's not how the world goes. So just the fact of getting the book out is an accomplishment, and you should be proud of yourself, of reaching a goal, whether it's writing the book, getting it published, whatever the goal is, because every step is an accomplishment in writing a book. So just take that and be proud that you've come this far. You and I guess Thidanon, yeah, have come this far in the process of this book. And that's what I have for you. I feel happy feelings around this book. I don't feel concerned or anything. I feel it feels positive. Yeah.
Awesome, beautiful. Thank you so much, Akela. Thank you, Ness, for your question, and thanks for being here. I did pull the unsolicited advice card for you, and it is plant some seeds. So you want to be planting some seeds, giving people ideas, giving them little hints, planting some seeds about your project that you want for the outcome to be. And thank you so much, everybody, for being here.
Yeah.
And Ness has a big digital heart hug from me to both of you.
Oh, thank you.
Right back at you, sister.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody, for coming. And I trust that all of you are now subscribed to Akela's channel, too. I know you're subscribed to mine, or you can't put comments in. So I trust that you're all subscribed to Akela's channel now, too. Isn't she wonderful? Everybody say, yay!
And
we
so
love,
are you.
we love your readings, and you're just very gifted, and I just want to recognize that. And I guess you can hear my dog
Yes.
slurping water. So that's what my microphone's good for. It picks up everything in the house.
She's saying it's time to end this. I'm hungry.
Yeah, she wants doggy supper.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody, for being here. And Akela, I just had so much fun. I knew we would have a nice time today.
And we did, yes. And we thank our team, our guides, for coming in and forcing us to use other divination tools, which were the cards. So we thank them for that. And yeah, I enjoyed the time we shared together.
I really enjoyed it. And all the comments and all the participants, you're blessed. I wanted to say something else. Oh, I wanted to ask you, Akela, what is it that you're going to be appearing on next? Do you have some plans for the future?
So I'm supposed to be going back on with Gingerface soon. We haven't set a date yet. And then then I'm going to be on with Sun Psychic Jean in July, I think. But you know what? This morning, since I went live, I think I'm going to do it again. Just to
I think you did too. Yeah, you did well.
Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, I think, and I'll put up the stream of when I'm gonna go live. So if you're subscribed, you will be able to see it, and then we can, collab again, Brenda.
Absolutely, anytime.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, again, thanks everybody for being here. And remember that as the Course in Miracles, Jesus says that angels always hover near. Be sure to talk to them and ask them to help you with things. And thanks so much for being here. I'll be here on Wednesday at 2, and Kelly Healer is going to join me that day. So I'm looking forward to that. See y'all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.